So one of the things that, is difficult, especially in a family business, and, for those who haven't, you should read Good to Great, the Jim Collins thing, let's get the right people in the right seats, doing the right things. Right. And you talked about that, Justin, that, even at times it was really hard. What's that process like inside of the family business?
Well, it's difficult because in the family business, you have the family owners who all want to be kind of at the top of the company, but that doesn't mean that that's the right place for them. And so one of our core values is humility, and having, a deep understanding of humility and also a deep understanding of respect allows you to go down that road of having a conversation. Where should I be as part of this ecosystem of the business? And it doesn't always mean you should be at the top. And that's where the humility comes into place, because, a lot of people want to, I don't know, they have this preconceived notion of where they think that their value should be put or where they should be in the business. But once you start breaking it down and you really have these conversations, you find that they're much more of a, team builder than an outside salesman, or they're much more of an outside salesman than an internal team builder. And whatever their behavioral skills and assets really align with, you got to find a way to get them in that position. And so having the conversation with the family members who are also owners can get really difficult at times, and it can feel like you're disrespecting them or, not being fair. So you have to have that, again, that extreme candor and that humility to talk about where you're best suited to be in this business and where you're going to be most happy. As for the rest of the employees, it just comes down to really analyzing your people. And, we use a lot of different tools. We've used DISC before. We're currently using Predictive Index, which is fabulous. We really love it. And it helps to align the behaviors with the behaviors of the behaviors and needs of the position. So someone who, really really likes to follow the rules will be a better accountant than someone. I mean, if you tell me the speed limit is 55, I'm going to drive 58 or 60 just because. I don't know why. It's just how I'm built. And so I'm not going to be a great accountant because I'm always looking for ways to change and manipulate and adjust. So really analyzing your people using, we have so much software available to us today, using something that's going to help you give an insight into where's the natural ability of people is going to help you put them into the right seats. And then also it's follow-up. Monthly one-to-ones is huge for this because you can get that feedback, the feedback loop of how the people are feeling now that they're in that position is really key.
Go to your
and Michael, of course, we use some of the classic tools used by, the things that scaling up in EOS, the function accountability chart, the General Electric top grading, AB, talent matrix, the people evaluator, analyzer type tools. So we used and still use tools like that to make sure that people first are a core value fit, and second, that they're in the right seat. And then there's an accountability chart that's this is the idealized organization. And then people, are they the right fit for that particular seat? And what's the function or roles of that particular position? So, staying congruent to that methodology and making it, using all these methodologies combined to make sure you get the right people, including the top grading system. They use a lot from the WHO, Jeff Smart and top grading methodologies to make sure they're getting the right people in the company in the first place.
Yeah, and I'll just chime in on that. I did not utilize top grading in my own business for the longest time, and 5-6 years ago, I got introduced to that. We started to go through that process, and I have admin meetings, interviews for the admin position, and those are 2.5 hour meetings plus a lunch. And so, even the smallest position, it's so important, because if there's a values misfit, if there's a mishire in a 4 to 5 person company, it hurts an awful lot. So we wanted to make sure that we got that right. And when we do the lunch, the whole team goes out to lunch with the person. And so it's
imagine having 20% of a large company's workforce be ineffective. Well, that's right. What it is when 1 person out of 5 is not, pulling their weight.
Yeah. So good stuff.